All right, people, time for another plant haul that I have to share with my fellow plant-loving YouTubers. Anyway, this is going to be the last one in a while. I start a very intensive couple of months coming up, so I had to get my fix, and, and as you can see, I did. Anyway, without further ado, these are the plants that I got today. I'm really excited about it. I went, of course, to my favorite nursery here in southern Florida, Amelia Fancy Pants. It's in Palm Beach County. I also took a little journey, a hour out of my way, and went to a couple of boondock nurseries east of Miami that just had some amazing plants, and the prices were you can't beat them. So without further ado, we'll start over at this end of my little makeshift shelf here. And you can see I picked up a Pilea. I got this one at Amelia Fancy Pants. This, I believe, is the Red Vine Tears. The Pilea glauca, I think, is the scientific name of it. And let's see if I can focus that. I got this this pretty big pot, actually, for just $6. I thought that it would just look gorgeous potted up in a little terracotta pot with the red tentacles hanging down. And you can see, let's see if I can focus on, it's got some just pretty subtle little blossoms. So anyway, that's my my Pilea of the day. And then traveling along this way in this little 4-inch pot, you can see I got another varietal of Kalanchoe. This one I just fell in love with as soon as I saw it. There's 3 stalks here. I think this is the Variegated Kiwi. You can see it turns just this rich cream color, like this pink cream color when it gets a lot of sun, and when it doesn't get quite as much sun, it's just as minty green edged in pink. And down here on a fallen leaf, let me see if I can find it, there were a couple of blossoms on the edge of the leaf there. Can you focus on that? Not a great shot. But I was excited to see those because it kind of gave me an idea of when this does blossom, it's just going to be these dainty little blossoms along the edge of the leaves. And so we'll see. I'll keep you posted on that. I thought that was really pretty. Next, we've got another minty green succulent. I'm not sure what varietal this is, or even what species this is, so if you know, give me a heads up. In all honesty, though, it doesn't really matter that I couldn't identify it because it was just pretty. It's really pretty. Just that minty green, and you can see it's got the interesting smooth edge with burgundy edges on it. So, yay. Oh, and this little 1-inch pot was just $2. So I couldn't resist. Moving along, and I'm not sure why there we go, camera's not focusing. I got another little 1-inch pot. This is a strawberry begonia. I'd been wanting to add one of these to my collection for a while, but the only plants that I could find were just the large hanging strawberry begonias. They always look so tired and disheveled in the box stores. And so when I saw this pretty little plant, and it was only $2 in this 1-inch pot, I knew I had to get it because I can watch it grow up, and I can also make sure that as it does grow, it grows in prettily. I'll be able to train it so it won't look so scraggly, and so I'm excited about that. Moving along, you can see I should know the name of this, but I don't. I call it the lobster claw succulent in my head. They're pretty common, but there's 2 here, and they looked really healthy, and it was $2. So I am a bargainer at heart. $2, I couldn't resist. 2 plants. It's added to my collection. Moving right along, you can see I picked up another Peperomia. This one, again, I've seen them around. They're usually pretty expensive. They're a pretty plant. They're an interesting plant with these rippled leaves. But the little 1-inch pot for only $2. I thought, yeah, that could go to my collection. And there is my cat, Toulouse. Hence the YouTube name. That's Toulouse Le Chat. But this I believe is the Peperomia Burgundy Ripple. Moving along, I was having so much success with my other African violet that when I saw this little 1-inch one with just these flowers, I never realized how pretty African violets could be. But this one, if it hadn't been for that blossom, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But that blossom is just so graceful with its swan's neck. The leaves looked really healthy, pretty rich velvety green. $2. Had to add it to my collection. And because I was so encouraged by how well my other one is doing, which I will show you now, look at those blossoms. I thought, batting 500. We'll try another one, see if I can keep the other one alive. But yeah, how pretty. And then its new baby brother. There we are. I know, Toulouse. I will be there in just a moment. I got one more succulent here. I'm not sure what species this is. I'm not sure what varietal it is. But it was just so charming. It's got just these curled little leaves that look like rosettes to me, that I thought I'd pick it up and I would see how it grew. See if it fills in a little bit more with some of those pretty leaves. Now this is a Trance-Campea, same family as the Wandering Jew. I believe this varietal is the Rhoeo Trance-Campea, the tricolor. Again, a little $2 plant. You can see it's got those neon pink leaves. I thought I add another Trance-Campea to my collection and see how that does. And because I like to be in with the it crowd, when I saw this string of pearls and looking healthy with lots of new growth, I thought I'd pick it up. This was one of the more expensive plants that I got. Actually, with the exception of the orchids that I'll get to in a moment, this was the most expensive plant. It was $7. Yeah, we'll see how it does. I like the string of pearls, even though it's overdone and overseen. I thought it was really pretty. I got 2 hen and chicks, Sempervivums, both strikingly different, and both with at least one baby. This one, mint green with lavender undertones, that I thought was really pretty. There we go. And then this one, it's green, but just the textures and the way it's filling in, I thought was really cool. So I might plant those together in a pot and see who wins, who fights it out. This is a mystery plant. I'm not sure what this is. Looking at it first, it looks like maybe it's an agave, but if you look at the base, let's see if I can get that in the sun, you can see it's just got like these bulbs. So I'm not sure. I'll do some research and I'll let you know. But I like the leopard print leaves of it. So we'll see how that one does. I thought that was really pretty. And now to the pieces de resistance are the 2 orchids I got. I love these orchids. They're both really unique. Down here in southern Florida, we see a lot of orchids, but I thought these two just stood out to me. This is a Cattleya type orchid. You can see it grows from a rhizome. And this particular one, let's pull it up into the light, has a bunch of brand new shoots coming. And then these blossoms. Look at these blossoms. How absolutely beautiful are they? So I am just thrilled with this. This was, they were selling these particular varietals of the Cattleya for $18. I only got one of them. It was they were charging $10 for one, but because I bought another varietal of orchid, the woman at the nursery gave me it for the sale price of $9. And now for my absolute favorite. This is a Zygo. It's got a longer name that I'm not going to try to butcher right now. But these, again, I think this is another rhizomic plant. But these flowers, I'm just going to give a moment of silence. We'll see if my cat cooperates. There we go. Okay, silence is over. I'm thrilled. I'm not into collecting orchids. To be honest, I'm not into collecting any one type of plant at all. I'll pick up something that I find charming or beautiful, and I'll fall in love with it, and I'll keep it. But it's I tend to be pretty eclectic in my tastes. But this makes me want to get into collecting orchids, because this is just absolutely beautiful. This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. The bottom part of the flower, this petal, is just this rich velvet, and then that leopard print green and maroon surrounding. So, I'm breathless. I just think it's beautiful. Anyway, so those are my finds, my plant haul that I am just excited about. I need to find room for them, so we shall see. Quick update in addition to my orchid that is doing wonderfully. I knew this was going to happen. I brought my